This is my life. This is my life.
Authentic.
So you're not gonna be a camera?
I am.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well, can we just set that up somewhere?
Yeah, because we better.
Or right there,
Set what up where?
the camera on there so you can get him.
This camera.
That camera there, on the top of the bookshelf,
On the top of the bookshelf. Oh, for him.
so you can get him, so that you're not holding a camera.
Fine.
I'm like
hiding behind my camera.
I feel like this is staged.
now you feel no.
Sink it to the floor.
Sinking into the floor.
So no, like we were but it's supposed to be real. No.
Hello?
No. Nah. Stop. Is everybody gonna get tight?
Nah. Just talk.
Like what we were saying was we were talking about triggers to like kind of things that set us off. And what I was telling them was that I noticed that when they get alone, it seems like, because I'm not with them when they're alone, but it seems like they kind of slip into these kind of, it's like almost like a sunken reality, like the sunken place. Where they're able to share. I think there are vulnerable moments where you're able to like share kind of how you feel, your fears, your insecurities, but sometimes it like sets each other off and like takes them out. And then I find that in our everyday like situations, we have to now deal with like the repercussions of like some of those conversations. And it's not just there. I feel like even sometimes when we're talking together in the car, certain things will slip out, and it'll almost be like carried back to these like private things, like, why would you say that? Why would you do that? I don't like and there's nothing wrong with having communication, but it becomes, I think, a little like dangerous and like dysfunctional because of like the heart of it is not always for like resolution. It's more for like just to kind of like be like, stop it.
It's a direct result of business in a relationship. It's gonna happen because it's almost like a switch that they got to turn off and on, because now you're in a situation where we're with you now. We're working with Naomi on whatever, and Naomi's working with us on our personal situation. But then Naomi leaves, and it's like, all right, cool. Reality is, it's just me and you. There's no business between them. I mean, there is. I mean, whatever as far as music or whatever with her, you helping him with his stuff. But the business is relationship, for the most part. So now whatever was put to the side or buried or whatever the case may be, it's going to come to the surface, because now we can't hide behind the business that we're doing.
Right. And I told them that they need to like work on being friends, because there's so many expectations from each other. Like the whole idea of, oh, I'm looking to you to fulfill all of my needs. Stay focused, babe. I'm looking to you. There's a squirrel in the wall.
Like 6 of them.
They're storing up nuts though.
No, well,
They're storing nuts?
Can they store it
over
in
the
another
winter?
house?
You ask them.
Alright.
Squirrel! I have to pour something in that hole.
We gotta figure something out for that. They're in the chimney, I think.
There was a hole that we had on the side of the thing that I thought that I patched up, and maybe they dug it back open. So I'm gonna have to pour something in it.
That look. But I was telling them that like, yo, like I think they have so many expectations for one another, in terms of like a romantic relationship, and they look to each other like, oh, I want you to meet all of these needs in my mind. And instead of like, if I hear that you're sad about something, instead of just taking it and being like, oh man, you're sad, like I'll empathize with you and I'll stand with you on that. It's like, no, you can't be sad. You gotta be ready for like da 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 da. If you're sad, what does that mean? You're not gonna be strong enough to deal with my sadness because I'm sad too. Like how you gonna be sad? You know, it becomes like this whole blow up thing, rather than. And I don't think it's just between them. I think it happens like in other ways as well. I think other relationships, I've done that. You know, like for the moment thinking about like how it's gonna affect me, myself. And honestly, when you guys, and I think I said this from the beginning, I was like, all right, if you guys are going to be together, like, that's fine, but it can't affect the business. Because if it does, then it's like, nah. And in that situation, I'm saying, I love you, but every time you guys have turmoil or you have an argument or whatever, if it affects, like, the ministry, then I can't have you around because it's not going to work, you know? And so I understand how we do that. Because to me, it's not, of course, you know, on the side, I'm like, all right, I want to help you guys. I want to pray with you. I want to figure out, okay, how do we solve these problems? But then on the other side of my brain, I'm like, we can't be going to churches in a sunken place because of like a relationship issue. People have relationship issues all the time, but they go to work and they get their work done. So it can't affect, you know.
I think that's something like that we're learning right now. Yeah, I think a lot of that is like we had to learn right now, just because of the dynamics and just the reality. It's just like a lot of our time is like together, and
Like the way you say
Together.
And sometimes it's just not work. Sometimes it's just being together, and then learning how to like set up boundaries for that too, because if there's like no boundaries for those times as well, like a lot of like the issues can bleed into one another and create more conflict. So I think that's something like we're learning how to do, and
I just want
oh, it's 2:40.
Let me just say it's an unconventional situation. Like in a normal relationship, you have breaks, you have time apart. Y'all don't. So you know when you could miss a person or say, all right, cool, I'm gonna go chill with this person, but then I'm gonna have my personal time. Y'all don't. Y'all are together because of work and everything else. So that already is gonna cause some tension.
I mean,
we need more of that though.
yeah, but I mean, you like my thing is that takes a choice. That takes you saying, okay, I'm not gonna go to Starbucks, or I'm not gonna go on this run, or I'm gonna stay back, or I'm gonna go by myself. And I think Adele is good at going places in the morning and getting away.
Personal time.
Adele will do that.
Like, bye. Where's Adele? I'm not here. I'm in Starbucks.
Right. I mean, but you guys have to like. I believe you guys should take more time away from each other, and then set up. Like if you have a date night where you say this night we're gonna, and do it on a realistic night. Don't do it on a night where we normally would have some business thing where it could be like, oh, we couldn't do it this week. Like do it on a real night where it's like or a real day. It doesn't have to be a night. It could be the daytime.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree with that. But I think also too is for all of us too. Like we sometimes need time apart from each other, being together all the time.
Yes.
On that note, here's my time apart from y'all.
No, we need more of you,
Yeah, we
Jermaine.
need
Not
more
more
of you,
not
Jermaine.
less of you.
Daddy! 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 Time apart, y'all.
Oh God.
I lead by example.
Ew.
Yeah, my heart is broken.
Did he say lead or leave?
I'll lead by example.
Yeah.
But that's my thing. That's part of why I went yesterday by myself. And I told you, when you got in the car with me yesterday, I said, you can't run away. If you leave, it can't be a runaway. You know?
Let me not. Oh, it's
This is my life.